Hey everyone, today we are back with Adria Gross from medicalinsuranceadvocacy.com, and today we have a very interesting case. This is about someone who could not get pre-authorization to have a procedure done, and she's going to explain to us right now how it is that she managed to get a very large insurance company to actually approve it. So without further ado, Adria, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Fantastic, fantastic. Tell us a little bit about it, because right now everyone knows who Adria Gross is, right? So we don't have to do introductions. Let's just get right into it.
Well, for those of you who don't know yet, I was a very sick child due to an insect bite. It put me in a coma. And from the coma, it was caused by encephalitis, which is like sleeping sickness. When I came out of the coma, I wound up living with epilepsy for almost 25 years, and I used to average 18 seizures a month. At one point, I was on 32 pills a day. I had a really rough time, but then finally I had brain surgery. The brain surgery that I had was a left temporal lobectomy. So I've been seizure-free ever since. I have to tell you, I'm really blessed. It's been over 30 years, and that's part of the reason why I even do the work that I'm doing. But I had a client, before I opened up the advocacy business, I had a medical billing business. And this woman calls me up. She just finished college. Now she's a social worker. And she says to me, Adria, can you help me get credentialed so I can get paid by the insurance company? I said, no problem. So this is going back about 10 years ago. She comes to me years later and said, you do not know this about me, but I'm going to share my story. So she had major depression, and she had been on every medication you can dream of. She went through all kinds of procedures. Nothing was working for her. She was so depressed that she tried to commit suicide. And she read about this thing that they said, like when I had the brain surgery, I had a left temporal lobectomy, but now they came out with a new procedure, which is called VNS, which is vagus nerve stimulation. Vagus nerve stimulation, VNS. So they come out with this new procedure, and she did a lot of research on this. She was able to determine that it has worked for people who have major depression, but it's only used for people who have epilepsy. So she tried to get the procedure at least 3 times. And now her insurance company is sending it to an outside company to go ahead and reevaluate it. And again, they turn around and deny her. So she came to me, and I said, all right, I think what we're going to do is go right to the executive office of the insurance company. And I explained to them, look, you know, what I just said. She's been on all these different medications. She's had all these procedures. Nothing's working. She tried to commit suicide. And I told them, I said, you know, you had it out, you sent it outsourced again. They're saying they don't have to pay it because it's really used for people with epilepsy. But if you are not going to step forward with this and cover her for this procedure, we're going to go to the media. So a day and a half later, they called her up and said to her, we will cover you for this. So she finds a hospital and a medical provider. I mean, you know, we were able to prove that it's worked for people with major depression. And she goes to this hospital and walks in, and what do they say to her? You are our first patient that we've ever had who has major depression, is having this procedure done, and we're going to get paid.
That is amazing to get an insurance company to do that, and to be the first person to be able to do that, and you helped make that happen. That is fantastic, Adria. This is not one of your typical cases, I'm assuming. This is something out of left field, or is this something that you usually deal with? People who need pre-authorization or anything of that nature?
You know, I used to write policies for 2 insurance companies. And I know those, I can really read those policies because here I was in claims and I was in underwriting. And I really got to understand the policies because I also gave my opinion on the policies. But now I'm on the other side to help people. So when I look at that policy and I know whether or not it should be covered, and when I really am sure that they're in a position where they have to cover this, I will go after them.
So this is what makes it so valuable. Your expertise in this, you've actually written the policy. So you've been on both sides, so you know how everything works. So that is awesome. What is one thing that people can do to contact you? Your phone number, website address?
So the best place to go is www.medicalinsurancedvocacy.com. Again, that's www.medicalinsurancedvocacy.com. And the best number to reach me at is 845-978-9493. Again, that's 845-978-9493. Please feel free to call me. I always give people information and advice. I lecture before attorneys, CPAs, and financial planners. I'm always educating people in this field. Please feel free to call me. I'm always here to help you. Thank you.